All right.
But you said stop recording.
It's recording. If I click it, then it'll stop.
I know how things work. Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the number one podcast in the world. Did the number one podcast in the world forget to record with audio yesterday? It did. It did.
So it
Is it
actually is
fine?
Monday today.
Yeah. Is it fine? Yes. Is it okay? Sure.
Am I now worried that maybe we're not recording the audio now?
Absolutely. I am. Was yesterday's the best podcast episode to ever exist in history? Absolutely. But
so
it will
good.
never be heard because there is no sound to it.
Yeah,
We're not gonna point any
I
fingers.
changed back to my old computer because this is old and faithful. So
And we're not going to point any fingers. But I think you can you can guess.
yeah. No. So we
where-
did have audio for the first 6 minutes, and
Again, not pointing fingers, but
you can see during the video, I'm like, oh, it looks like my audio is like peaking because I'm going into the red part of the thing. And I click some audio setting, and there's no audio for the next 45 minutes.
very good. Talk about taking risks in the middle of the podcast episode. Excellent, Roman. Excellent.
Yeah. If you guys see some yawning, it's because it's 6:38 in the morning. So.
Oh yeah, and was I not able to make a cup of coffee because it takes too long for the coffee machine to heat up? Yes. So I'm sitting here with a cup of water, just ready to be at it. All right, what are we doing? We just
I guess we'll just recap our topics, or maybe the most interesting ones.
I mean, all of them are pretty all right, I guess.
Yeah, it just feels weird to go over them again, but
Okay.
I mean, I can do my my history lesson one if we want to do that again.
What were we talking about?
The Spetsnaz.
I guess.
I mean, let me find that.
I guess.
It was so good yesterday, dude.
I know. Like we were actually organized. Right. The level is increasing.
Right.
Absolute supreme levels. But it's okay. It's okay. We talked about the Napoleon movie.
Yeah.
That's coming out. It's a really sick trailer. If someone wants to go watch it. Do you not have you not ready, Roman?
Maybe I'm tired.
Excuse this lack of professionalism.
Cause I'm on Twitter. I don't see the bookmarks. Twitter bookmarks is the least reliable thing in this entire universe.
You know what happened, Roman? Elon said you've seen enough of these bookmarks. That's what he said.
Let me find it. I'll find it on my phone. Send it to myself.
That's what he said.
No, it's literally like, how's it not? It's not there. Am I tripping? Like, do you see bookmarks on there?
It's supposed to be by your profile.
Yeah, and I click more. There's like Twitter Blue, Creator Studio, Professional Tools, Settings and Support.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Oh, dude. Big things happened last night. It's actually really great.
Really?
That we didn't, hold on, let me just like it so I can see it in my likes because there's no other way. Okay, yesterday, as I was going to sleep, some very interesting news came out of Crimea. 2 bridge sections collapsed from an apparent naval drone attack. So you can see here, this is the pictures. This section here collapsed, and there's a longer video that shows there's another section that collapsed.
Wasn't that bridge already damaged?
It was lightly damaged and repaired. This appears to be like some catastrophic like damage from like a boat. No, not a boat. It's like a small, like, they're called naval drones.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a small little unmanned boat. And it looks like basically this was completely just like blown, and the support in the water, which is really neat. Very neat. This happened yesterday. Like, as I was going to sleep, there was pictures that There was pictures at night, like like it was dark. So I was like, okay, let me wait till I wake up, and then I can see
Nah,
it.
bro.
Yeah, but that was really interesting.
Let's do that. Let's just go through your tweets. That's something that's easy to talk about,
How
right?
to let your guests know they've overstayed their welcome.
That's funny. What else?
I thought this was funny. Do you know Ajit Pai? Do you remember him? He was like the FCC director. Someone basically said like Ajit Pai is threatening to make gifts on Discord illegal. Like this is so messed up. PayPal me $10 and you can help stop this monster. And he's like, I haven't been in office in 1,000 days. I've never threatened to make gifts illegal. I couldn't make them illegal anyway. And you most definitely should not send this individual any money for this purpose. Otherwise, good tweet. I was like, okay.
That's funny.
Well, this was good. I love Greg. It was such a beautiful day. We got 12 inches of sun here. This was a heartwarming video about a Ukrainian soldier seeing his kid for the first time. Oh wait, I don't think they can see that.
Pause the audio, but the audio.
Yeah, I completely botched that.
Yep, absolutely. Mr. Producer over here.
But yeah, got to. I mean, are we actually going through my likes, or is that like a sarcastic thing?
I think that's enough. I think. Wait, what is that BlockFi one? Wealth isn't everything. Lost everyone's money. Are looking for reassurance in the crypto we want to take to a true wealth.
They literally
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this was good too.
What's that?
Crimea Bridge, yes. Mr. Budanov sends his regards.
I don't know what that means.
Oh God. Kirill Budanov, Mark. He's the greatest man in Ukraine.
Really?
He's the head of GUR,
Just
the military intelligence thing, main directorate of the intelligence of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine.
wow.
He's the guy that's responsible for the Crimea Bridge attacks and all the attacks deep into, or like he's like his, like branch of the military is responsible for that.
Shout out to him.
And he's done personal back in like 2017. He personally, was part of a raids that like they raided into Crimea in like 2017.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's a wild boy. He's a wild boy.
What were they doing at the raids? Like, what was the goal?
Let's see. I don't know.
Wreak havoc.
Pretty much. And he's also been like targeted multiple times, like for assassination, like multiple times. Yeah, he participated in several military operations. And on April 4th, 2019, Budanov's Chevrolet Ivanda car was blown up by a Russian with documents in the name of Alexei Lomako, who planted a mine, but it detonated prematurely. He's crazy too.
Dang, 2019. That's like years.
He was doing like interviews or whatever. He's like, yeah, I knew the war was gonna start. It's like a couple hours before. I just prayed, said, Lord, if it is your will, like I'll live, And then he's like, and I just got after it,
Jeez.
Yeah, he's a wild boy.
Is he in Kiev too?
Yeah.
Or his
He there was multiple times where they were like, oh, like Kirill Budanov is dead or whatever, and then he posted a video of like literally just him staring into the camera for a minute, like a straight minute, because he has the most straight face, and then like the camera just slowly zooms in at the end. He just goes like that,
little chuckle.
Yeah, that's it. He just posted that,
Really? What a legend.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna see if I can find anything about this military raid. Well, I think it was technically classified, so I don't know if they're Yeah. Well, he's just like a really cool spy guy, pretty much. That's why that was funny. That's why that tweet was funny. Oh, also, the leaders of like the Azov battalion that have been in Turkey since.
We talked about that last time, I think.
We did?
Mm-hmm.
You mean like yesterday? Or?
No.
Oh, okay.
They came back, right?
Yes, they're back. They're all back. There's a real kind of like spit in the face to Putin, which was really good. I like that. It's good.
It's really good. You know, you should tell me about your trip to Tokyo. What's the plan over there? Japan. Roman's going to Japan.
Yeah. Mark.
Proceed. Go ahead. Tell us everything.
I don't really have a plan yet. I know that we're going to Japan.
It's powerful.
I know that we're gonna go to the cup noodle factory for a tour. Cause it sounds cool. I'd love to do that. I'm so tired.
This is great.
That's great, yeah. Going to the cup noodle factory. I want to go to the fish market. I want to go. I just want to eat good food. They have really good gas
That's the
station
only
food.
point of traveling anywhere ever is to eat.
Well, it's like there's some cool World War II museums. There's one in Hiroshima, but I don't know how far that is, like geographically from Tokyo. Right. It's very weird because they have like the vibe there, like they really love America.
Really?
In Japan, which is weird because we dropped 2 nuclear bombs on them. You wouldn't expect that from someone that we dropped 2 nuclear bombs on.
That is weird.
But their own leaders at the time were apparently more ruthless than we were dropping 2 nuclear bombs. You know, well, because if you think about it, right, like all the kamikaze attacks, like they didn't care about human lives either. You know, or I guess they didn't care about human lives as much as we did. You know? Even though like we had catastrophic like loss of life, you know, in World War II, Japan had much more.
Yeah, I was reading on the. I was watching the Oppenheimer trailer with Murphy yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was reading some of the comments, and some like person commented the like an excerpt, I guess, from a survivor of one of the nuclear bombs. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know how that. You know, remember the story about the guy that like. I don't know which one was first, but like he woke up in, let's say, Hiroshima. They dropped the bomb. He somehow survived. Mm-hmm. He goes to Nagasaki, and he survived the second one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I don't know how people just survived that, but this person survived, and she like wrote like what happened like immediately after. It was like the most goric, like scariest thing like I've ever read in my life.
Yeah.
Like, well, like, cause she said people were walking around like with like flesh like ripped off. Like it was just, oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
The nuclear bomb is, I don't even know.
So I found the casualty figures for World War II. So Japan lost 2.5 million men.
You searched very diligently for that.
And then the American casualties were 420,000.
Jeez.
Which is kind of crazy.
No, that is crazy. And that's like fighting people, right?
Yeah. How many people died in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? So.
No, you didn't. Oh, I guess you did. But.
So between 90 and 146,000 people in Hiroshima and 60 and 80,000 people in Nagasaki. I'm pretty sure, didn't we warn them first? We dropped pamphlets. I'm pretty sure we did.
Really?
Yeah. Hiroshima, World War II pamphlets dropped prior to nuclear bomb. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, the LeMay leaflets before the bombing.
This is the leaflets did not directly reference the bomb.
So. Yeah, but I mean, we can look at it. It looks like. Okay, I mean, sure. So, America asks that you take immediate heed of what we say on this leaflet. We are in possession of the most destructive explosive ever devised by man. A single one of our newly developed atomic bombs is actually the equivalent in explosive power to what 2,000 of our giant B-29s can carry on a single mission. This awful fact is one for you to ponder, and we solemnly assure you it is grimly accurate. We have just begun to use this weapon against your homeland. If you still have any doubt, make inquiry as to what happened to Hiroshima when just one atomic bomb fell on that city. Before using this bomb to destroy every resource of the military by which they are prolonging this useless war, we ask that you now petition the Emperor to end the war. Our President has outlined for you 13 consequences of an honorable surrender. We urge that you accept these consequences and begin the work of building a new, better, and peace-loving Japan. You should take these steps now to seize military resistance, otherwise we shall resolutely employ this bomb and all our other superior weapons to promptly and forcefully end the war. Evacuate your cities. Attention, Japanese people, evacuate your cities. So, I mean, they told them, like, hey, we have the largest bomb ever devised by
Wait, so
mankind.
Nagasaki was first?
I guess so. I didn't know that. I wasn't sure which one was first.
Sounds like it.
What is the
I don't know much about like the geography of it, but do you know why those cities were chosen?
Again, I'm curious.
Or were they like big cities?
Yeah, they were big cities, yeah. So Hiroshima's here. So that's kind of like west of Japan. It was probably geographically closer. Oh yeah, and then Nagasaki's right on the coast here.
Wait, so they flew in from Europe?
No, they didn't fly in from Europe, Mark. They flew in probably from China. China or the Philippines. Or Guam. We had a big military base.
Probably the Philippines.
I think we still have a big military base in Guam.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it's a U.S. island
I didn't
territory.
mean from Europe. I meant from like that side, like the west, like the.
Yeah, well, they definitely didn't come from Alaska. You know.
Well, that's I don't know why I always thought they came from.
No, they had. I mean, they had some base in China. They had some bases, I think, in Philippines. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know how we got on that tangent, but.
Because I asked about your trip to Japan.
Ah, right. Yeah, so I wanted to go maybe see the museum there. I thought it'd be interesting to.
The World War II museums are sick. We went to one in Singapore. It was the base that was like right on the coast or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of cool. Like it showed like you could see, and like Singapore is actually very like well positioned, I guess, to defend itself.
Yeah.
And but no, Singapore has a crazy history too.
Really?
Yeah, like up until like the 1960 when they started like building, really, they were just kind of like a Ukraine, I would say, like one side and then the other side, and like there's constant like conflict over it, I guess, from what I remember. This is not. Don't fact check me because we're just vibing, but
just vibes, no data.
Yeah, I think. But I would go back to Singapore again.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we have the opportunity to go from Japan to Singapore for a couple of days. Should we?
I would 100% recommend it.
Okay.
It's like the coolest place.
I'd love to go.
It's like a big city.
Yeah.
And it's like peaceful, and everything's in English. The main language there is English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like, I thought I was gonna have to learn like
It's interesting.
Mandarin a little bit, like how to ask, how to go to the bathroom or whatever. Everything's in English. All the signs are in English.
It's like it's like every big Western company has an office there.
Yeah.
If they're expanding into APAC.
Yep. That's like the what is it? Like the launching pad into the rest of the Asia Pacific.
Well, besides like Australia, right? And New Zealand,
I
because
guess
you can just go there.
What do you mean?
Like those are kind of like Australia is pretty much like a Western country, even though they're geographically not.
I guess.
I mean, they're drunks. They're all drunks, as Tim Dillon says.
I guess.
They're all drunks who don't work and criminals.
I have a couple friends from Australia. They're pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, but you know,
I guess.
you know what the vibe is.
I guess.
Are they not alcoholics?
I've never been to Australia.
You said you had a couple friends.
He's not. He's not.
At all?
No.
He's not a criminal either.
No.
Wow. What's his
He's a
name?
cool dude. Huh?
What's his name?
I'm not on to oust him here.
First and last.
You want his social security?
No, I'm kidding. It's just a funny joke from one of Tim Dillon's podcasts. Where he has beef with the whole country of Australia. I've never been, and I've
Oh
heard
wait,
that
he
it's
went
really
to a. Is it because he went and he just had a terrible time? I guess.
Yeah, and like he was just like saying like they're all because it used to be a British penal colony.
I don't know. I know the history.
And
of
he's
it.
like, he's like, you guys are all just drunks and criminals who don't work. And stuff. It was kind of fun.
That's like the same thing. I think Tim and Andrew Schultz equally can't stand Portland.
Yeah.
So on that show when Andrew was there, that was the funniest.
Dude, I love Andrew Schultz so much, dude. He
He's
is
hilarious.
so funny.
No, yeah. That's the one thing I miss not being on social media is not watching like those clips.
You have YouTube. You can watch their podcast.
Well, yeah, but that's part of my commitment is to not watch like podcasts and stuff like that either.
Oh, wow.
Because then if I was watching them, I'd be informed on things. Because they talk about like events.
Mark, there's some things that I haven't informed you on that I'm really glad that you aren't aware of.
Why?
There's just been some like pop culture news lately on Twitter. It's been
Well, we have like 5 minutes, so give me a speed run through.
Oh, I can't. Like it's very inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
about Adam 22.
Oh, I see. I don't hear it, but like when I open up my YouTube, like because I have like some downloaded
Yeah.
songs that I listen to, like worship songs, and the feed shows up, so I do see, and I kind of put two and two together, just from
Yeah.
the titles and the thumbnails.
Yeah, it was just like I was like, okay, dude, like what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
It was neat.
Oh, I saw something. I don't know if you know anything about it. One of the clips that came up was like Nelka Dress's Andrew Schultz podcast. Did you see anything about that? There's no drama, no beef there.
No.
That's what my life.
There was hold on, it was that situation, and there's also Jonah Hill got in some
I
controversy.
saw something about that too.
Mark, you're so informed.
I know. I think it was on the news. Like,
Give me your phone.
look. Here's where I get my news. I like swipe over here,
Don't swipe.
and I see like this stuff right here.
Stop swiping.
Whoa, I have nothing else to do with my phone. Whoa, Russia axes landmark Ukraine grain deal just hours before deadline.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's like the grain deal to basically allow safe passage, I think, for Ukrainian grain to be sold. It's important for the rest of the world because what's it called? Well, because like a lot of African countries and
They're relying on Ukraine.
Yeah, they're relying on Ukrainian grain to feed their population, so it's an important deal.
Well, you know what else I just got informed of? That as U.S. and China face extreme heat, climate talks restart. So don't worry, Roman. There's hope. They're gonna save us from the climate.
Dude, do you know how bad all the other all the stuff that's going on in Ukraine is for the environment?
Oh yeah.
Like it is destroying the natural environment
Yep.
and the places where it's because like every artillery shell is just like releasing chemicals and
That's what they were saying. Like, imagine all the places they bombed, like how it seeped into the
Yeah.
ground and then into the what's the term that we learned in 3rd grade biology or whatever the thing is. It goes into the underwater, like the water underground, the water cycle. Roman, come on.
The estuary. Something like that.
No, it's a. Oh my goodness, I have to look up.
You can look at the water cycle.
Runoff. That's what it is. Runoff.
Yeah, no,
I'm freaking. Okay. No, wait. Here it is. Let's look at it.
yeah.
Groundwater flow.
Not the water cycle.
I swear it's called runoff. This is incorrect.
Okay.
The internet is wrong.
But yeah, like it's gonna be terrible. Plus all the mines, you know.
No, yeah. It's okay. Slowly but surely.
Yeah. It's 7:02. I think you have to go, right?
I kind of do, yeah.
I have to go sleep.
No way.
Kidding. I would never
Going
do
back to
that.
sleep?
I'd never do that.
Oh my goodness.
I would never go to sleep.
Where are you going to Europe again?
Huh?
Well, I mean,
Japan. Well, I don't want to. What if we have a stalker and he follows me to Japan?
Well, I was thinking about that as soon as I mentioned it, yeah. Guys,
Within the
don't
next
stalk Roman.
Within the next 2-3 months, I'm gonna keep it that vague.
Don't swarm Roman for autographs. You know,
Yeah, guys, like
let
stop with
him-
asking me for the pictures,
Yes,
bro.
let him live his life. He's a very introverted person, naturally. He's not
Yeah.
interested in talking to people.
Like, how many pictures can a man take, Mark?
Yeah. So I don't feel your pain because I'm not in the same boat as you. You
Yeah,
know,
well.
I'm not the superstar here.
Obviously.
Zephyr gets to record audios, but
Oh, I hope
Either-
this audio is recording, Mark. I
yeah,
swear to God.
if this doesn't record, I think this is a wrap for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
podcast thing.
find the nearest bridge if this audio is not recording. But
I'm
I didn't
actually-
change anything. I didn't change any settings. In this computer, everything has worked flawlessly. So
Okay. Well, I'm probably out of town this weekend, so
you are? For what? Oh my God! Don't tell me you're going to Minnesota.
no, I'm going to Florida.
Oh, okay. Oh, for the
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yep. So
Okay.
probably have to. Well, I could. Yeah, let's not record Sunday night when I get back.
No, I mean we're not.
I guess we're recording Monday morning. I'm just kidding.
No, we're never doing this again. This is a terrible idea.
No, this is a great idea. It's great.
This is a terrible idea.
Yeah,
And it was my idea.
it was. Make sure you like and. This
So I wanted to play
terrible-
pickleball yesterday.
Oh my goodness, let's go. All right. I thought you were saying something.
I said,
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell a story
what story?
about pickleball. Make sure you like this terrible podcast, and
If you want. Honestly, if you dislike it, I'll understand.
you can dislike this one.
Yeah.
Hey, engagement is engagement, right? Comment something, I guess,
Or don't.
or don't. It's your vibe.
Unsubscribe.
no. We need to subscribe. Subscribers make me feel good.
Report
Our
this video.
all
I don't
14
know.
of y'all. But yeah, we're wagey, so we gotta back this up and
Okay.
right. What else? What do we say at the end of episodes? Oh, thumbnails, right?
I have to smile?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the best I can do. I try to look in the camera.
Okay. Have a great week. Take some risks. Record your audio so you can live a happy life.
Yes.
Deuces.